Hey friends, Kenji back for some more drafting here on Magic Online, some more Dominaria United. We move into the first week or two of the format, and we've learned quite a bit already, or at least I have. Done quite a few drafts now under my belt, so I think I have a good overall grasp of the format. We opened a Karn Living Legacy here. At first I thought this card was just not very good. It's hard to have a bad Planeswalker in Limited, and I wouldn't call this bad initially. But the abilities were not very powerful. But having played it now a couple of times, it is actually kind of decent. Like the ability to uptick, make a Power Stone, and then start downticking and, looking through your deck to find something with the -1 is really, really strong. And then obviously if you ever -7, you're going to just win. But I'm going to first pick the Karn here. We're passing Strider, Iconoclast, Ojanin, some other random cards, but Karn has been a decent one for me, so I think I like taking it. Follow it up. Ooh, good secondary choices here. So the format does have a lot of different strategies that you can build, both aggressive and control-y, and everything in between. Let's see, we opened a Wrath, or I got past a Wrath. This card has been amazing. Super, super good. If your opponent doesn't kill this and you start drawing extra cards with it, which isn't hard to do, you're going to win that game the majority of the time. Tear Asunder, fantastic removal. Interference. The best 1-mana blue trick in the form. I mean, this card is just superb. It's crazy how good just a 1-mana draw card is, really. It enables so many things, including the Tolarian Terror, one of the better commons as well. 7-mana 5/5 ward 2, but then it costs 1 less for each instant sorcery. So pretty easy to pick up a bunch of these and then start casting them for like 2 or 3 mana, given the right deck. I'm actually not sure what I'm supposed to take here. I think the Wrath probably has the highest upside, and it's uncommon, so I think that choice is okay. But remember, we've already passed some blue-white cards, so could be kind of awkward, but we did just get a third pick, Frostfist Strider. Some decent ward creatures in the format if you haven't already noticed. Lots of lands here. Back to my point though, you can do, it's nice that the aggressive strategies keep the domain strategies in check, because it would be kind of annoying if the best strategies in the format were just to consistently, play domain and take every duel and whatnot. Take the Fire Fist. Third pick here. Best cards are what? Knight of Dusk's Shadow. I guess there's a tribute to Urborg here that we could take. If you're straight up blue-white, I think you're generally supposed to go a little bit more aggressive with the spells archetype. But yeah, tribute, you can't go wrong with that. Just a good removal spell. Okay, probably a Contaminated Aquifer here for us now. Rulik Mons is a decent 4-drop. The red-green aggressive domain deck is actually pretty strong too, but given what we have, I don't see how we pass the Aquifer. Good start, liking this. Another Aquifer now if we wanted to. Sojourner is actually pretty decent as well for the domain strategy, which I guess we don't know if we're doing that yet. And then some fillery creatures. I think the land is going to be better overall in general. Good start, though. Going back to Karn, there are some relevant artifacts in the format that you can be playing, too, like that Relic we passed earlier. There's Meteorite that's in the format, though that's not great. That is another artifact. And there are some other artifacts as well, if you get, like, the Lotus or the Silex. But, yeah, I think I definitely underrated Karn at first. There you can read the text maybe a little bit better there. -1, pay any amount of mana. Look at that many cards on the top of your library, then put one of those cards in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your... So if you -1 and just pay 1, you get to draw a card. Anything beyond 1, paying 1 mana, you get to kind of sift through, filter through, and go from there. Oh, man. This is one of the cards I've always wanted to build around, but it's not very good. Whenever you cast a spell that targets only a single artifact or creature you control, create a token that's a copy of that artifact or creature, so... Fun card, but not actually very good. I guess this pack in general is just not very good for us. Like I could take a 2/1 flyer that gains some life. I could take the Volsh Tide Turner that is good with instant and sorceries and kick cards. I guess this probably has the most potential for us. Interesting. Pretty late joint exploration, but I think the timely interference is a bigger signal. I'd rather have a bunch of timely interference than joint explorations. Alright, that's good. Yeah, maybe we can do the blue-white spells deck. Okay, next pack has, well, there's that meteorite we were talking about. There's a Phyrexian Vivisector, a fine 2-drop. I think the pick here is probably the Warhorse, though. We're going to want to play the Wrath anyways, so having some access to whites, good for the Warhorse kicker. Let's do that. What are we looking for? We want like Phyrexian Ragers. We want some more good removal spells. Kind of convenient that we picked up the double Aquifer that early too. Okay, crazy. We're getting the other timely interference on the wheel. Even that blue-green land is a nice one. There's a Relic of Legends here, and even the Writhing Necromass, pretty good. Like I said, I will take every one of these interference that we pick up. Now, Tolarian Terror is already looking like something really, really high priority. Yeah, Adarkar Wastes here. Sure. Another Tide Turner seems okay. Actually, I'm never going to be running 2 of those, and the Shield Wall has like some small potential if we end up getting like the Chaplain in pack number 2. The white wall that makes 1/1 flyers. This actually has some reasonable chance. Actually, you know what? It casts can be cast off the Karn as well as we pick up another. This defender I have not found good. The Sentinel surprisingly good, but the drawbridge not so much. And that will round out pack 1 for us. Oh, we did open a defender. Blight Pile's not a bad one, although I don't know if we want that here. We opened a Sten, the Paranoid Partisan. Also nothing to write home about. Pretty easy first pick in this second pack is just going to be that Tolarian Terror. The ones I was talking about, yep. Seems good to me. So Esper Spells. I don't think this is a deck that I've really done all that much. I've done blue-white like red. Although, wait, I only have 2 black cards. We could still just be... I mean, we have the double Aquifer, which is why we're considering black, but we could just still be the blue-white deck for sure. All right, easy Terror first pick. Move on from there. Get a couple of decent ones. Najal's okay. I'm not going to take a red card right now. Shalai's Acolyte's okay. Shore Up's a great trick. And then, like, Geyser, I think, the pick. The Wrath is the best well, I don't want to say non-blue. The not only blue card that we have. Cavalier's filler. Tribute's good. Warhorse is kind of filler, so we're not really sure much beyond playing the blue right now. In fact, we could still be playing blue-red, I guess. We would try to splash the Wrath, but Geyser's easy enough. There's a Vohar now. Okay. That's a really, really good one. 2-mana looter that gets some random value if you discard an instant or sorcery, and then you can sacrifice it to get even more value by casting another from your graveyard. So yeah, maybe blue-black as a baseline with a little splash of Wrath. Passing Espionage, we would like one of those. It's a good choice, though. Another Vohar if we want. I don't think this card's any good, right? Founding the Third Path, yeah, it's not too great. Could just take another Interference as well over a second Vohar. Maybe we can wheel the Vohar and take the Interference. Although, we were getting late Interference in pack 1, so we could probably do the same thing. Take the Vohar number 2 and then wheel the Interference. I'm okay with either of those options. Academy Wall. Ooh, nice. There's a Phyrexian Rager here. So it's Rager versus Blast. I think we just want the Rage. Yeah. This is a very good blue-black splashing Wrath start. Just need a couple more removal spells and a couple more terror, and yeah, we'll be good to go. There it is. Nice. Wow, this is a fantastic pack still, too. Beachfront, clearly a great pickup if we had the opportunity. We'll be taking the terror here. Drake is fine. Prophecy's good. And there's that meteorite again, too. Earlier today, on my stream, I had a deck with 5 Tolarian Terror and 4 Interference, and we went 7-0, and it was really fun. It actually had 2 Wrath in it as well, but it is... I mean, maybe it's not surprising, but man, these cards, what a common. It's just too easy to make them like 3 mana, 4 mana. Even 5 mana for a 5/5 ward too is good, you know? Not very hard to do that. There's another Warhorse here. There's a Bone Splinters. I don't think we want that. Figment is like okay if you're like the aggro spells deck. I don't think we're doing that, although we could. I almost want to just take another horse here or take the Relic of Legends. I guess this deck doesn't really need the Relic, does it? We don't really need the fixing. There's not much to ramp to. Yeah, I suppose another horse is okay. Sure, we'll take the blast this time for a little bit of white removal. Do need to look out for some more fixing then. Ideally the duels. Still don't think we'd be splashing the Cavalier or whatever. But especially with 2 Warhorses, just having some extra white sources is going to be good. Okay, we wield the Blight Pile. Is there a world where we play that? I don't think so, but maybe the Figment and the Splatter Goblin are just so weak that we are supposed to take it. The Amplifier here is really good for the red-blue spells deck. I mean, I think we're pretty locked into our ways, and this is late in pack 2, so it's going to be hard to take a red card, but I think you could. Impulse over Filler. Another spell card that can dig us, give us some value. Just want some more cheap spells for Tolarian Terror. I mean, ideally in pack 3, we can get like 1 or 2 more terrors, and game plan just be like cast a bunch of early game nonsense and then cycle through to our terrors quickly. Maybe back them up with some more removal. Man, more amplifiers, gross. Like amplifiers with timely interference, very, very disgusting. Oh, shoot, what pick was the other interference that we were trying to will? Because I took the second Vohar. It might have been in this pack. Prophecy Willing's good, though. Okay. We might run that Academy Wall, too. Decent number of instants and sorceries to loot away with this. So, priorities, removal, a couple more terrors if we can, and fixing. Oh, boy. We opened a Defiler of Faith. 5 mana, 5/5 Vigilance as an additional... Okay, so it's got the Phyrexian Claws, and then whenever you cast a white permanent spell, make a 1/1. So, is that actually good in this deck? No. I have so few white permanents. In fact, I only have one. It's the Wrath. Right? Because we're just splashing white, I don't think we take this double white card. It's just not good enough. It's a 5/5 Vigilance for 5, you know? So what are we taking? We have a Braid's Frightful Return. That card is just okay. There is a Vivisector, which is okay. Aquifer, Interference. I'll go with the land. Pretty sad pack, honestly. I mean, maybe the Vivisector also okay, but eh. Seems like a land is just going to treat us better the majority of the time here. This pack is decent. I have not found Djinn of the Fountain to be all that good. In fact, I found it to be too slow. Combat Research, also not great, although I do have a couple of 2-mana legendaries. Repossession would be good. This is especially good with Vohar. Buy it back and cast it again. But maybe just take the Idyllic Beachfront here. Again, safe pick. We don't need too many more playables, so I think when we can take a land that's on color, we do so. Okay, this is a better pack. Like, now we can consider taking, like, the Lookout or the Scatter or the Geyser over the second beachfront. I think that makes a lot of sense. Lookout's been really good. 4 mana, 3/2 flyer that draws a card when it dies, basically. I'm in for that. And yeah, we'll just follow it up with another one. Colony's fine. Don't think we're doing that. Marrow has just been really good, too. The domain decks, this is like usually going to be a 5 mana 6/6 at the bare minimum, and then it can be an 8/8 or a 10/10 very easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, maybe one more playable card. And then we can just look for upgrades and lands, and there it is. Cut down's fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but it's good enough. I think people try to get too much value with cards like this. Usually you can just think of this as like a black shock. I think that's a very... Ooh! Okay, this is a huge upgrade. Micromancer is one of the best uncommons in the format. Well, okay, there are a ton of good ones, but this has been an all-star. 4 mana, 3/3 that tutors for a 1 mana spell, and there are so many good 1 mana spells in the format. You would be surprised. Great pickup. We didn't get any terrors this pack, which is sad, but I guess you can't always do that. Grotto here, okay, maybe. Do we want to run a Necromass? Don't think so. How many instants and sorceries do I have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a lot of looting for the Academy wall, which is what I was checking. I guess we don't need the Blight pile. This is pretty bad here. Yeah, the Grotto seems like it might be the choice. Haunted Mire, does that do anything? No, it doesn't currently. I mean, I have one domain card. If I had picked up one of the possessions, I guess that would be good. Maybe we get one on the wheel. Ah, we wheeled the other Timely. Do we run all 3 of those? Or maybe we take the Braids at this point. There's a way to return a creature since I didn't get repossession. Nah, seems like interference is just better. Filler, wow, that's a late Prodigy, another really good one. Scatter, okay, we will run that too. Don't think we need 2 Shadow Prophecies. Relic, probably not. Yeah, I wish I'd taken a repossession. So we're probably going to cut the Impulse now. And cut one more card. Maybe one of the War Horses is okay to cut. Don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure if this deck is actually good or not. It seems okay. But for a blue-black deck, I think you're supposed to have more grind potential, and I don't know if we have that. I'm also wondering if 16 lands is a consideration here. Since we have 3 interference. Now, these do require creatures to cast, but it feels like 16 lands is probably alright. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, we need more black. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that looks pretty good. Decent mana, decent cards. I'm not going to say that we're guaranteed a 3-0 or anything, but going 2-1 with this shouldn't be that hard, I hope. We'll find out. Let's go to round 1 here of this Dominaria draft with our Esper Spells deck? Yeah, Esper Spells. Okay, here we are for round 1 of the Dominaria draft. We just finished, and we are on the draw with a hand that looks pretty good. Ooh, they have the Evolved Sleeper turn 1. That card is pretty darn strong. I guess we're going to wait for them to pump it and then cut it down. There's a world where I get punished, though, but we don't know what their secondary color is yet. But if they go like Island plus Shore Up, I'm assuming they're just going to pump this, though, and then we can kill it. Perfect. All right. Oh, they kept a 1-lander? That's even more greedy than I was. I mean, I guess I wasn't greedy. I kept a 2-lander on the draw with a way to draw on turn 3. Or with 3 lands. Land here would be great. Perfect. Okay. I think we're just going to Shadow Prophecy here instead of playing out the wall, because that should enable our 4th land. And if we can get Karn online early... Oh yeah, this Karn could go for ultimate. Or we don't hit a land there, but maybe land here? Awkward. Alright. Rager draw land? Wow, okay. I'm going to discard the wall, I think. I mean, they're missing lands as well, so okay, yeah, they're just off of it. Not much of a first game. Both players stumbled on land. I mean, we were filtering better than they were. We could also cycle with interference next turn on our Rager and then like play out the Vohar, which could start looting. Not much to sideboard. We don't really have a sideboard, so run it back. Go to game number 2. There's a good looking hand. Nothing but castables, all of our colors. And if we find any instant or sorcerer, we can just start drawing extra cards with the Wrath. Okay, phew. Not the other one drop, thankfully. Good draw. Well, good land draw. Maybe not a good draw overall. So we saw a forest from them in last game, so they are maybe on a more domain kind of deck. Oh, there that is again. We don't have that much removal for that, but we do have some. Oh, did I mess up there? I messed up, didn't I? I need to play Island. Didn't think about the sequencing here, but if I played Island for Vohar, then I could play Wrath off of the Waste and still hold up a blue source to Timely. Alright, no blocks. They can hit me for 3 if they wanted to. Ellis Core, sure. This game's Death Touch on the 2nd mode? Man, that's brutal. Okay, well, let's loot then. Crystal Garado. Sure, we'll get some scry action. Yeah, that's probably fine to keep, honestly. They have nothing but Death Touchers, though, so I don't really have any good blocks. And in fact, drawing like my Talarian Tear aren't going to be very good either. Yeah. Pass, no pump. Okay, let's keep looting. Another Vohar. Go. We need a filter with this, right? Yeah, let's go white, blue, Wrath. Oh wait, why didn't... Man, I'm going to take one unnecessary damage again, aren't I? Once again, I should have played the island instead of the Adarkar Wastes. My land sequence has been very poor here. Okay. Yeah, there's not much we can do here. Too many Death Touchers. Tap my creatures. All right, let's go ahead and timely in response. Oh, I ordered these triggers wrong too. It's all right, we have excess land in our hand, but we should order it to where we draw a card with Wrath first, obviously. I'm going to discard the Vohar at this point. Yeah, man, I just don't have much to do versus all these Death Touchers. So now they can start drawing cards with this and putting counters on it. I thought the Frost Strider was good. Let's loot. Discard Turner. Go ahead and Strider down the Sleeper for a turn and smack in for 1. So the Power Stone tokens, they can pay for ward, but they cannot cast any non-artifact spells. They cannot pay for kicker either. Wonder what domain cards they're playing. They have some pretty aggressive black-white stuff here. It's a surprise they didn't attack with their Death Toucher. Okay. I'm at 6? Ugh. This is not going to be an easy game to win. Let's... Karn, token, pass. Our route might be trying to get to Karn Ultimate, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. This mana can't be spent to cast a non-artifact spell. Oh, so I can use this to use Raph's ability, I believe. Yeah. Can also use Vohair's second ability with it. We would need to survive 3 more turns to get the Karn ultimate online. Which isn't impossible. I'm hoping they're just gonna cast like another creature this turn that I can scatter. Prayer of Binding, darn it. Well, what are they going to take? If they take the Karn, that's not the worst. Okay, that's fine, I guess. I don't think we have any way to get rid of that, but... So let's go ahead and... You know what I can do here? I can actually, with the Grotto, I can force them to block... Or rather, yeah, block with the Sleeper next turn. And just get that off the battlefield. I don't think that's a terrible play. Let's loot. Okay, we'll take 1. Do we want to start with a main phase loot? Because I kind of might need this second creature to block the menace thing, huh? Well, we can tap it to draw a card instead. All right, let's go 1, 2... 1, 2... That thing has to block. Yeah, I don't think I can draw with Raph's ability. Well, actually, maybe we may need to get greedy here and do so. Tap the... No, because this is Menace too. Yeah, so can't do it, sadly. We can loot. That's a good draw. Alright, that thing needs to block. We have 1, 2... So they need to put this on front of it, or in front of it. I think I probably tribute the Ellis as well here. Oh, am I just dead if I tap? I have to multi-block that, don't I? Actually, yeah, the Ellis needs to go too. I guess double blocking is pretty abysmal. Okay. So if they just attack and double pump, I can't... Oh, I don't gain life. Oh, I left myself dead on board. I thought I was going to be able to loot this away and gain a life, but that's not what I can actually do here. Whoops. Whoops, whoops, whoops. So I needed to not draw a card. I needed to leave these back on blocks, right? Secondary text there. Your opponents can't gain life. Well, we'll see if they go for it. But I am dead on board. Okay, no effects. Will they go for it? They might assume that I did not leave myself dead on board. Oh, there's one pump. Let's see if they go for the second. All right. Hey! Oh, we drew cut down! Oh no! Well, I guess I couldn't cut down the knight anyways. Because they could double pump. So I go to 1 now? Okay. So maybe there was merit to me like doing it main phase, because if we had drawn cut down to kill the knight there, man, I think we would be winning. Oh, we can do it now. We can do it now. Shoot. Let's see. 1. So how much do these cost? All right, 2 blue. That's fantastic. Look at this. We get to go terror into terror, right? Then we can loot. Discard land. Target the cut down. Cut down their knight now. No looting now. Tap the wall and a terror. Attack for 1. All right, we're in. We are in. We're at 1 life, but we have a crazy board presence. By the way, I stacked those triggers again. Wrong. I should have been able to loot away the prophecy, but I'm bad. Will they be able to find 1 point of damage? We can start pumping our creatures with vigilance too, and +1/+1 with the wrath. No! Repossession. Oh, they can't cast their creatures that they just got back though. They made a slight mistake there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wrath pump. Hit him for 14. Man. Mistakes. So luckily this says whenever another creature dies, so I'm not quite dead here. But we know they have, yeah, the swarm. I wonder if they have a way to kill their own Battlefly swarm this turn. Maybe like a Bone Splinters or something. That would kill me. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Ah, all right. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. Drawing 2 cards in response doesn't matter because I would just have 2 black mana up after the fact. Yeah, so I definitely threw that game somewhere. There were a couple points where I think I messed up for sure, but man, that was winnable. Very close. Yeah, let's go to the next game. Really interesting game. Made too many mistakes there. Game 3 now of round 1. How are we looking? Yeah, good. We have a turn 2 Vohair. We cannot cast the Wrath with our mana yet. But turn 2 Vohair, start looting stuff is pretty nice, especially if we can get Karn on curve. Tangled. We still haven't seen much domain from them, right? I don't think so. Okay, hopefully there is a land in the next 2 cards. Please don't kill the Vohair. Phew, just a Samite Herbalist. Come on, land. Land, land, land. Land, land, land. Yes, good. Horse here, I think. And then as much as I don't want to, I'm probably going to cycle the Interference here to try to draw a land for Karn. Although I suppose I could wait just because we have Wrath in our hand. I don't know. Turn 4 Karn seems pretty tempting. Oh, okay, I'll cycle this. Take 1 less damage. We were going to draw a plane, so I would have been able to go Wrath into the Timely and draw an extra card, but obviously this is still good. Plains, Waka. So we saw the Prayer of Binding, I think it's called, from them last game. I'm okay with Karn taking 2 damage here. I'm not going to trade off Vohar. Alright, they are attacking Karn here. And they scryed bottom. Sure, that's fine. Mesa Cavalier, that is also fine. Let's go ahead and loot. Discard lands. Let's make another Power Stone here. What do we want to do? Wrath is pretty good. Yeah, let's play out the Wrath and pass, holding up Timely and Blast. Feels like we're going to just bury them in card advantage this game. Oh, the Herbalist is attacking again. Huh, okay. I mean, I'm going to put the Wrath in front of the Herbalist and make them do something. Take up the shield. All right, in response, we're going to blast. Draw a card. Karn will take another 2, but that's okay. Karn just soaking up damage for us is good enough, I think. That puts 2 instants and sorceries in our graveyard, so the Tellurian Terror is going to cost 5 currently. And they're going to play out another 2/2. Yep, we're okay with that. Another tear. All right. Let's see. I mean, I guess let's pay 2 here with the Power Stones and look for an untapped land. Perfect. And then I can just Frost Strider the flyer down for a turn. Also with the Grotto, we can now use the interference to make something block again. It's kind of nice. The opponent's been missing some land drops, though, haven't they? Yeah, this is turn 6. I guess they've only missed 1 land drop. Is the Prodigy attacking now? No, they're just passing. Okay. So what does that mean? I don't know. Oh, there's their knight again. Sure. So let's loot, end of turn. Discard the tap lands. Fantastic draw. All right, we'll uptick the Karn. And I think we're going to make them... That's not how you tap for that. I think we're going to make them block with their knight this turn. No kick, sadly. Or rather, no tap and draw, sadly. Okay, now we'll just pass. So I'm gonna not use the cut down on my turn, even though it's safer, because now the Wrath can still block the Prodigy. And so when their Cavalier attacks Karn, I can cut down the Cavalier and draw a card. And I mean, even if they have a way to protect the Cavalier and kill the Karn's done its job already, so it's not a big deal. Yep. All right, let's go for it. Draw. Very good. Fantastic draw. All right, and with that, that probably locks up the game, I would think. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 instants and sorceries in our graveyard now. So these are both 3 mana. Okay, that doesn't matter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's Karn for 3. Geyser looks really good here. And we'll go ahead and kick it, gain some extra life. Smack in for 4, and then play one of our terrors. Like I said, I think I underrated Karn at first. It's surprising how much random life Karn gains because it starts at 4 loyalty and then immediately can uptick till 5. And then, yeah, it just draws you a bunch of cards in a pinch. I guess I could have cast Tribute there into casting the Terror if I really wanted to, but I think we save Tribute for a larger threat. This game is pretty much over, though. Full lock control. Hey, GG's. All right. Nice. Now we're 1-0. Let's see if we can continue doing it. Go, 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 baby. On to round number 2 here of this Dominaria draft. We have won the die roll. We'll be on the play. And looks good enough here on the play. Bunch of good lands. No instants or sorceries to reduce the terror cost, but we're going to have a Rager into a potential Lookout on turns 3 and 4. So can't really complain about that. Looks like we might be playing against a Domain deck. Another good draw there in the form of the Micro. Or that could just be Mardu. There are good Mardu aggro decks in the format too. Yeah. Especially with Plains Basic. I think they're probably on Mardu for sure. Why won't that let me add blue? All right. So this is a 2/3 enlist that can cast instants and sorceries off the top for free. So I think game plan next turn is just a Micromancer, cut down and kill that thing. As they play a Tattered Apparition. That's fine. Raph's a really good draw here as well, obviously. It always is. Alright, cut that thing down. Smack in for 5. And if they want to leave mana up continuously to hold the Apparition ability, I think we're okay with that. Because this is a pretty bad blocker when they have other things they presumably want and need to do. We're okay with that too. So they can only pump the Apparition once. And they can't also give the Battlefly Swarm. Oh, that's going to be a huge blowout. Yeah, I'm going to pre-combat the Raph now. Oops. If I can learn how to tap correctly. So they have to assume I have something since I'm playing Raph pre-combat. But, yep. Now they're going to give it Death Touch. And then we are going to ruin their day. Timely Interference it. Tap both Raph and Rager. Draw a card. Absolutely brutal. Oh, and then we drew a bounce spell for next turn too. They're going to need to do something impressive this turn. Killing Raph would be a good start for them. Bone Splinter's the Raph. That works. All right. So we have 2 instants and sorceries in our graveyard currently. So this costs 5. I can make it cost 4 by casting Geyser. So the plan here is to just unkick Geyser the Apparition. Smack out for 8. And then play out our Tolarian Terror. So there's one card in the format they could have. It's like Temporal Firestorm. There is a chance I wasn't even supposed to run this out. It's 5 damage to all creatures. Thrill of Possibility, discarding the Apparition. All right. But looks like they didn't have it. Wow, that was a very clean game for us. Micromancer, fantastic. We had a good curve out. We might want to bring in the Blessing versus them. Versus Mardu. Maybe on the draw we can... No. We'll keep the Scatter in. Maybe cut the Prophecy on the draw. A little bit too slow. A little bit too much life loss. It looks like they could get aggressive. Yeah, kind of like that. Could even bring in the Flyer, actually, over one of these War Horses, but I guess the Apparitions just attack into that very easily. This hand is okay. We have our colors, but I would not call it necessarily a good hand. Although Karn is pretty sweet. Okay. Flowstone Kavu, you got it. Oh, there's Raph again, that's good. So I cannot block here, sadly. And notably, if I timely, I cannot tap 2 creatures because the Tide Turner would need to add the mana as well. That's unfortunate. Oh, Horse was a good draw because I can actually kick it with the Turner ability. That's actually kind of funny. What is this? Red. Tori. Okay. That is a problem with all their menace. We need to lock that down for a turn for sure. If we can just stop the early pressure, we should be okay, but right now they are kind of just beating us down. Let's go with Karn. Or make a Power Stone pass for now. So the Steel Crusher can kill artifacts, but we don't really care if they kill Power Stones. Uh-oh. Oh, the Kavus with Menace is what's going to kill us. Yeah, they're just going to ship it all in. Okay. So let's put the Horse here. Double block here, I guess. Looks like we're pretty dead, aren't we? These all trample too. That's the biggest issue. All of these trample. Yeah, I need to block a menace creature. And I guess I can just soak up 3 damage like this. That seems fine. It's on them. Let's see what they do from here. That's fine. I guess I can interference the shaman to keep my tide turner alive. That's also okay. And then we can draw a card with Raph's ability. I think they're trying to bait me here. I think they're trying to get me to, because they're not pumping this. If I sack to the horse, I think they have a lightning strike. So I'm just going to let priority resolve. I really do feel like they have something. Maybe they just like strike the Raph now. Could just be a red creature in their hand, but I think we allow that trade to happen. It's too important that the Tory dies. Yeah, they didn't pump and they're not using the red now. Very, very suspicious. Okay. So let's minus Karn. Draw one. Scry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I guess I should have kept the flyer. Just to block their swarm. Dang it, another flyer. Okay. Sengir Connoisseur. So we're going to need to find a way to deal with that within like one turn. Again, I'm putting them on having like lightning strike in their hand, so. Oh, you know what I could do here? Oh, what is this? Wait, what? Oh, they're going to enlist. I see. I see. Good play. Make it a 6-2. Yeah. Okay, so here's the game plan. I'm going to double block here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to potentially Vohair the interference on the Sengir so that they have to block the terror. Oh, hey, that is really good. Hold up, that might save us. Let's see, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe not. Crap. I don't have enough mana. 1, 2 for Vohar. 1, 2 to activate. 3 to kick. Yeah, I wouldn't have the mana for that. Shoot. So, new game plan. Let's minus for 1, 2. Three. Play out the Academy. Pass. So this blast does 4 damage, but if they have the lightning strike, we're gonna die. They can lightning strike their own creature to pump up the Sengir to a 5/5. We'll see if they make the play. Nice. Okay. That dying was big. Writhing Necromass, 1 card in hand still. Let's draw 1 card. It's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mancer. Get the cut down. Cut down the swarm. Get a loot. Oh shoot, did I mess up? Tapped too much black, didn't I? Yeah, can't play out my Terror or my Vohar now because of my tapping. We're slowly pulling back though, and I'm at 6 still. Yeah, let's just trade. Happy with that. Good. Okay. Nice draw too. Nice. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now it looks like things are shaping up for us. Not going to attack quite yet because that thing has menace, but we can start attacking next turn. Do I have any ways to gain life? I don't remember. I guess Vohar gains life if I loot away instants and sorceries. Oh, and that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay, that was a fantastic draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kavu. They can sack it in response if they want to. But I don't think they want to lose their creature, right? Yeah, beautiful. All right. Now we're back up to 9, and I feel like I cannot lose from here. So make them pay the ward. You know what they might do? They might just concede to the Battle Rage Blessing here. Sideboard coming in action. I knew it. I knew they had a Lightning Strike. That whole time. That is exactly what they had. So good. So freaking good. All right, let's uptick. We can add red here. Make this thing block. They can pump it up to a 3/1. I don't really care if they eat the Vohar. That's fine. They take 8. Oh, they didn't even pump it. Sure, whatever. Okay, let's go, baby. Think we got him. Yeah, all right. 2-0. Let's see if we can get a trophy with this baby. Okay, here we are for the third and final round of this Dominaria United draft with our Esper stuff deck. On the draw here. A little bit of a land-heavy hand, but I think I can keep this. Hopefully it pans out. Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is actually play the Swamp untapped, so I can potentially tribute to Urborg a 2 toughness creature at the end of my opponent's turn. Perfect. And then play Rager on my turn. Good, efficient use of our manas. Love it. Ooh, is that a turn 4 Karn? Ooh, and the opponent's doing nothing too. This is going to go very well for us. And we're just going to make a Power Stone to start. Uptick. See if we can kick the horse next turn. And we can actually hold up the sacrifice ability with the Power Stone. Or we can just start drawing extra cards. It's probably a pretty good play. Although, I guess if they just keep bricking, maybe we go for the ultimate. That would be pretty fun. They could have like the flash in 2 creatures here. Oh no, they just have Artillery Blast for my Rager. I am happy with that. They did find a green though this turn. Into a Gardener, okay. Well, let's go for the ultimate, I think. Only issue with going with the ultimate is that they could have any of the white removal spells, the enchantment removal spells. But, I mean, 2 turns. I think it's probably worth going for. Ah, kicked Rona's Vortex on it. Okay, fair enough. Interesting. Well, that's fine by me. We get to smack in for 4 here. What does this cost? 6 right now, so I cannot quite cast that. We'll cast the wall, we'll cast the Tide Runner. We're going to hold the land, though. As awkward as it is, because we have the wall now, I think it makes sense to do so. Joda! Joda off of the off of the Gardener's kind of funny. Well, let's go for a Prophecy here. Get a loot action. All right, we'll discard the tap land. Oh, there's a Grotto for red, actually. Okay. We could make the Joda block the Warhorse this turn. I kind of like that play. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, make that a 5, 6. And then we would sack these 2. Yeah, why not? I mean, I'm going to have to sack some creatures to do this, but I think I like the play overall, because these creatures are irrelevant anyways. I don't know, feels like getting Joda off the battlefield is a high priority. Like, at the end of the day, the token off the Warhorse was free anyways, so realistically, it was a 2-for-1, because the timely cycled, right? So we have 3 instants and sorceries in our graveyard. That means this costs 4. Need to find like our Wrath. Start getting extra card value. Do we have any sideboard versus them from what we've seen? Not really. Bortuk. Bortuk back the Joda? Yikes. Okay. That's not great. Yeah, and I don't have a way to get rid of the Gardener, so they get to get back their red, and then the Bortuk becomes bigger too. Okay. Well, what can you do? When they draw their mana, it looks pretty good, huh? Lookout's good. All right, we can go Lookout here. Plus Terror. Pass. Let's see if Joda goes off. If they can cast another legendary spell, they can kind of cascade into another one. Yeah, King Darien, nice. Oh, we get to look at their entire deck now, too. Because they didn't have another cheap one. They have a Namada, they have a Tori, they have a Rulik, they have a Ojanin. Queen Alanol now, too. Wait. Man, they got kind of freaking lucky, didn't they? This is like their one way to deal with a Planeswalker, and they drew it. Holy crap. Look how big their creatures are now. It's insane. Vohar with Tribute. I mean, what can you do? Whoops. I guess I'm going to need to do Shadow Prophecy here, aren't I? Too late for Scatter. Okay, those are fine. I mean, we're very dead, but... Damn. We would have been able to ultimate the Karn if they hadn't drawn the Vortex. That's sick. I mean, this can deal 5 damage to it, but that wouldn't have killed Karn. Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, I mean... I will say their deck is fun, but... Hey, and a Raft, too. Love it. I don't think there's any way I can win this. Just chump here, take 10? Sure. Probably going to need to cycle some cards end of turn here. Oh, I guess I don't know why I didn't... that was clearly a mistake. Didn't shrink the Bortuk and take less damage from that. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad, actually. Bouncing the Joda shrinks their team by a lot. Okay, hold up. Damn, now I wish I hadn't discarded that cut down because we could have cut down the Gardener too. And then they wouldn't be able to recast it. Well, I guess we can Geyser the Joda and then tap down the Gardener. How much do these... How much does the Terror cost right now? 2. So if we kick the Geyser, we can play it for 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I can't do that. So yeah, go kick the geyser. No kick the geyser, play the Frost Strider. So bounce Joda. Oh, we drew another one after bottoming. Darn, that's too bad. Could have made something block with the timely interference too, but I can't target the Gardener because they can just tap it in response. Oh, they are trading off their Gardener. Wait, what? Huh. That's kind of surprising. So do they have a red source in their hand already? Huh, interesting. Okay. They must already have a mountain or something in their hand. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if they can draw their mana well, it works out. So I'm going to have to triple chump here. If they attack with everything. And nothing I can do about that. So maybe I should have Frost Stridered their other creature. Right, nothing I can do about this. Just have to triple chump. Alright, good beats. Sweet deck. I have to imagine that them drawing their man, like, gosh, what other fixing do they have? They have a bunch of duels, yeah, but man, that one Gardener put so much work in too. And they had their one card that could deal with Karn. I don't know, that felt kind of unlucky. Do I want to bring in a 2/1 flyer? Blessing could be okay, maybe. I think we can just run it back. It seems like we should be a lot more consistent than them, but if they draw their Joda and get to cast it, then we're going to be in trouble. I don't know. We'll see. Be on the play here for the next game, and yikes, got a mulligan down to 6. Oh no. Man, that sucks. Yeah, I have to mulligan to 5. So brutal. Okay. I'll keep this. We'll pitch the wall. And I guess I'll pitch the interference. It always feels bad when the 5-color deck gets to, well, draw better than the 2.5-color deck, but we did get our cut down, so if they play their Gardener, we can kill it. Yeah, if I draw an island next turn for Lookout, we might be okay too. What do they have? Ellis Ilcor again, sure. I think I'm just going to geyser that because I need to find a land. Damn it. Not ideal. Oh, there's their gardener. But we correctly held the cut down for that. And they missed a land drop last turn, so really good time to kill it. Oh no. They ripped a mountain off the top, so they just need to find a blue or a black source. Or a white source? Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, you know what? If I'd held that cut down last game, we might have actually had a chance. I wonder. Alright, gonna go ahead and cycle this timely. There's another blue source, but it's tapped. Oh, there's Karn too. I like attacking here, even though they probably don't block. And I guess since they have a death toucher, we're just gonna uptick Karn. I don't really mind if they attack it for 2. So they could Fire NATO if they have it here, since it's only on 5. This is the game we didn't want to play, though. We're on a mulligan to 5. Yep, they did have the Fire NATO. We're on a mulligan to 5, and they're going to start playing much more powerful spells. All right, maybe some flyers can pull us out of this. Lookout into lookout maybe is good enough. There's a RAF, okay. Alright, well, let's attack for 3. Play another. I mean, their last... Oh, there's the swamp. Alright, now they get to start casting the... Well, they could cast Joda here if they have it. They could also, like, Bortuck. But Joda would pump up their team by a very large amount. They're going to Vortex one of my flyers. All right. Are they going to draw? They're not going to draw. All right. Well, doesn't look good for us. They have artillery too. Yeah, man, brutal. And now they get to draw. Okay. Can probably scoop it up here pretty soon. I mean, come on. Not much we could have done here, it feels like. I don't know. I don't want to sound salty, but man, that the game 1, it felt like they just got kind of lucky. In game 2 here, we had to mulligan down to 5, and you know, they missed a land drop and then found the other colors immediately. I love their deck. Must have been a first pick Joda, right? And they took every every legendary afterwards. But yeah, there were only like 2 different cards that could hit our Karn. They also had them both games. Good beats. Yeah, I mean, I won't quite give up yet, but we are very dead. Do they have the Joda? Oh, they have the Espionage, sure. Well, if they tap Raph, we can shoot it with the Artillery Blast, so that's a start. Another Librarian, okay. I guess we hold the blast in case I draw Raph, then I could also draw a card. But if we just draw a land next turn, pretty good to just scoop here. Way too far behind. Yep. Alright, good beats. I'm good to concede. Sweet deck for sure. I think we got unlucky though. I mean, man, their draws versus us were really, really good. Their mana base looked decent overall. I mean, they had a ton of fixing, so shouldn't be too salty about that. But man, it was the one of Vortex after seeing their entire library. You know, the one of way to deal with the Karn when it was on 6 loyalty. That really sucked. I might have been able to pull that one off had I kept the cut down on that loot in game 1. Then I cut down the Death Toucher. They don't get to trade with the Terror, and maybe there's a way I can pull that back, but game 2 was just an unfortunate mulligan to 5. So 2-1 here. Karn did some work. Again, I think this was a sleeper card for me. It looked like a pretty weak Planeswalker overall, but it's just an immense amount of value over the course of a game if they don't deal with it. Plus, it's got a lot of loyalty, so at least some life gain. Yeah, fun little one. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll check you back next week for some more here on the Card Kingdom YouTube channel. Peace out.